when it comes to Stimson, it's like, boom, like, oh my God, I just love you. And so I feel like every single person in this room, wow, I can't tell you what it means to me. And you're going to really,
she thinks that's the best word.
Thank you so much.
So we're going to conventional right here, you guys know?
Oh my God, we love you, and I'm totally gonna cry later.
So I didn't want anyone to think that ChatGPT wrote my speech, so I decided not to write it, so that no one's feel like I'm the only one. I'm actually going to talk, so wish me luck. I don't know how this is going to go. So, okay, I'm going to start a bit morbid, and then I'm going to try to make our way through. But what I want to say, first of all, is that I'm looking at a lot of I didn't even start. I'm getting emotional. Okay. There's so many people here that were actually at the Shaya's risk. And I want to start off by saying that at your risk, you please me laugh. I was crying, and I remember that my mother put her hand on my shoulders, stopped to put her hand on my shoulders, and she was like, "Okay, it'll be over in a minute, don't worry." Like she was crying, you know, you're having a risk, it was traumatic. Although, I'm sure it is more traumatic, but we'll talk about that later. And it's true. And what she didn't know is that at your risk, I was crying because I knew that by the time you were 1 year old, that you and your father wouldn't be together anymore. I knew that this is the world that I had brought you into. And it was a really, really hard reality. And I'm starting there because I'm not trying to be sad, but I'm not trying to make you sad. But like when you came into this world, the first thing that happened was like, no matter what happens, I didn't know what was going to happen next, but I had an idea. No matter what happens next, like, we got this. We got this, we're going to do it, it's going to happen. And when you were 8 months old, me and your father separated. And for people who remember that story, right, we were we've been on a wonderful journey. And thank God. And then we moved to remote, and you were my dear Estrins. And every single person here has a part in the story somewhere along the way. Like, I wish I could, ask people, you know, the girls lynching, this, that. I wish people do that for every single person. Like, you said, okay, that's where you had him, Zach. Okay, then you said that's where you had him, you know? Every single person here has, a piece in the story. Then we moved to Alan Shmuel, which was an incredible travel process, right? Unbelievable. And then I was a single mom, and I came to this amazing community, and my Alan Shmuel friends literally adopted me. I never had a Shabbos that I didn't have an invitation, never. And a big shout out to Rabbi Judah, Dr. Goldberg, who showed me that Shabbos. I always told him, I'm just going to come late. He always picked up Shai at 4 o'clock for me. And it takes a community, and you were my community. You really, really, really helped me raise him. And then on his 6th birthday, literally on his 6th birthday, we had our incredible time. Oh, I forgot to mention, I met his soulmate. And then we had our amazing L'chaim on his 6th night, on his 6th birthday. And I'm sharing this to show just a little bit of how foreign the concept of a father was, is that we went to go see our Banayan house, and I told him that him and Sutter were now going to have separate rooms, because they had been in the same room. And I said, oh, you're now going to have separate rooms. So we came into the Banayan house, and we counted he said, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1 for Shai, 1 for Tzado, 1 for Mommy. Where's Papa going to sleep? And it didn't even occur to him that, and so that was a really big thing, that you all of a sudden had a father. And then we had so much. I mean, some of you know, some things I will mention, some things I won't mention. COVID is like the neutral, COVID, we all went through that. It was cool. A lot. Yeah, we've been through a lot, and not easy stuff.
Is you alive? Okay.
We'll just leave it at that. A lot of difficult things, as we call them, life shocks. Who was the people are in that world with me? A lot of life shocks. And then, here we are. I don't even know how, here we are. He's 13. Khatif. You are so funny. You are so smart. And you're resilient. You keep just get up, down, I get up again. I can't get over it. You just keep getting up again. You're good-hearted. You're zesty. You're giving. This kid the other day, like, oh, the stupid thing on my laptop, I wish I had like a mouse. The next day, you know what you want me? A mouse. A really good one.
We bought you.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, sorry, my bad. No, but he comes home with like, here, mommy, I bought you socks. Here, mommy, I bought you a blanket. Like, what? 12-year-old, 13-year-old does that. He's the biggest neshama. He's such an incredible big brother to the two little ones. And he's real. He's like authentic. He's the real stuff, you know? There's a lot of stories I wish I could say, and I can't, for several reasons. There's so many stories that I wish I could share publicly to explain who this child is, how smart he is, how wise he is, how thought through he is. And if you want those stories, you can come to me after, and I will tell them to you. Okay, now I'm going to switch the subject for 2 seconds because it's just so funny. I write down funny things that the kids say. I hope everyone does that. It's a very good thing to do. And recently I was going through some funny things that Sudok said. Sorry, I have to correct it. And he says, I read that what happened is like, he says to me, he was like 4 years old, and Sudok says to me, Mommy, this year my Gananet told me that we're counting the Omer until Sukkot. And I said, oh yeah? And my Rebbe told me that pink elephants are flying in the sky tomorrow. And he looks at me and goes, oh, silly mom, you don't have a Rebbe. So I'm proud to say, I now have a Rebbe. And who is not here, and you might make it here sometime, but I have to just share this for a minute because it's so huge. It's been such a huge shift in my Yiddishkeit that I just wanted to take a minute to share this. So for those of you who know Rabbi Rosenzweig, he is, if you don't know him, Google him, and we can catch up on that later. But I'm just going to jump right in. So he started an organization. He is a pioneer and a trailblazer in leading Yiddishkeit for people, let's just say, that struggle. And I went recently to his conference in Tel Aviv, and what he was talking about was that it's really a fetish, that your relationship with Hashem is really based. Yeah, Shai, I'm really talking to you. I don't care if anyone else doesn't hear you. You go. Your relationship with Hashem is really based. It sounds silly. It sounds not silly. It sounds interesting, weird. That is based on the suffering that you went through, and your relationship is based on even the scarring that Hashem gave you. How do you compare my relationship with Hashem to your relationship with Him, to your relationship with Hashem? If every single person has been scarred, I know it's a dramatic word, but we've all been treated differently by our Father. And if we've all had different relationships with Him, right? Then we have different relationships with Him. So it's not a one fit size. How do you say that? One size fits all. It's not that. Yiddishkeit is not that. And if there's anything I want to give over to you, is that every person is going to have a different relationship because they're treated differently. And I hope the biggest thing for me is that you will always interact with Hashem. Hold on, let me read this. It's your personal story. It's your personal journey. It's your personal relationship with Hashem. Halach is halach, okay? Halach is there for us to have course, right? And that's the big thing. Wow, 13, bar mitzvah, we're keeping Torah, mitzvahs. It all comes down to relationship, okay? You need to be honest with God. You need to be real with God. You need to call it out on Him, okay? You can be like, yo, why are you treating me like that? Or be angry at Him. Or call Him out on His stuff. Or whatever it is, that's what a relationship is. A relationship is being real. And I know that there's so much like, learn the Torah, and daven, and fill it, and it's always like, right? But when it comes down to it, the most important thing that I want to give over to you, and please Hashem, this is going to go through, is that the most important thing is that you feel like you have a relationship with your father. And it should never be, if you're angry, be angry. And it should never be apathetic. It should always be real. You can see I didn't write this. Okay, so that's like the most important thing that I wanted to tell you, and that you should just hold on to that path of goodness, and you should always have those who vote and make good choices, and always know that Hashem loves you so much. I know you're going to do big things. That's obvious. I wish I could give examples of how I know that, but I can't. Take my word for it. And just a huge shout out, thank you to Yoni, who did stand up, stand up. I think it's pretty obvious that as much as I was able, as fun as it was to be a single mom, so I could not do this without you. You have been my partner, and you have helped raise these children. I literally don't know what would be right now, this moment, if you weren't in our life, and my husband, his father, or his father, with all my heart. Thank you. And of course, a big thank you to Tony's family just for coming to our Shabbos. It's such a beautiful Shabbos. Nancy, Mommy, Nancy Fancy, as we call her, Shabbos Nancy. Thank you for everything. Leora, Gustavo, everyone who's not here. We love you guys so much. Thank you so much for coming. My mother came all the way from New York. It was all pending because of Iran and the snow. There was a lot of stuffing, but she made it. Thank you so much for coming and for helping us make this happen. And one of those flowers are for her, one of those flowers are for Nancy. And I can't go through the entire list, but I just want to thank every single person who has been on this journey with me, who's helped us get here as a family, and who came here tonight from near and far. There's a lot of things that I couldn't say, so shout out to Jody. Who's Jody? Shout out to Jody. Oh, and happy birthday, Shmuel! Happy birthday, Shmuel! Stand up! It's your birthday. And Jody is amazing, and she helped me. And I want to say that everything I can't say, I put into a song. Don't worry, it's not Holy Shop. And